The forward ocho for the ladies. The improvisational side of Argentine tango was once described to me like driving towards a roundabout. There's lots of ways to get onto it, and there's lots of ways to get off it. With the forward ocho for the ladies, we're going to dance this after step 5 in the 8-step pattern. So once the lady has danced the cross, this is where we put in our forward ocho. So let's show you the steps. We start by dancing steps 1 to 5 of the basic 8-step. When the lady is in the cross position, we flex the knees and we turn the body, leading the lady to uncross her feet. We then take a step back diagonally on the left foot, and this leads the lady to take a step forward onto the right foot. When the lady's weight is on the right foot, the gentleman turns his torso to the right, leading the lady to turn. He then transfers the weight forward onto the right foot, and this leads the lady to take a step forward on the left foot. In this position, he will then turn his body as the feet will close and the lady will turn to face the man. We then finish the figure with steps 6, 7, and 8. A common mistake for the beginner dancer when dancing ochos is that we allow the chest to turn the wrong way. If we do this, not only does it give the dancing a funny look, it also causes problems with partnering. For example, if we're in the cross position, if the gentleman wants the lady to turn, he starts by rotating his chest. If at this point the man overturns the wrong way, we're now in a really difficult position and we've got hip-to-hip dancing. So we want to make sure that the chests stay towards each other. When the gentleman takes the diagonal step leading the lady forward, both the lady and the gentleman must make sure that we are still dancing heart to heart. This is another step where it's very likely for this to happen. So we always keep heart to heart throughout the step. When the lady turns, the gentleman stays in position. When we take the step, the bodies stay in position, and then the bodies will turn at the end to face each other. So remember guys, the body does all the work. The other common problem is that the man will often try and do this just in the arms. And this is created through a body action. So we don't use the arms to create an ocho, we use the rotation of the body. The gentleman now has 2 options when dancing the 8-step basic. He can either do the cross on 5 and continue with the normal basic, 6, 7, 8, or he can add in a forward ocho. The key difference here when leading this is the turn. If we get to step 5 and the gentleman doesn't want to lead the ocho, all he has to do is keep his body in the same position and walk out forward, side and close. If he wants to lead the forward ocho, then he has to have the slight flexing of the knees, the rotation in the body, and this sends a very clear signal to the lady that we want to start the ocho. It's important that the man is very, very clear about his intentions. If he gets to this point and he's not really sure, the lady's going to be lost. It's really important for the ladies that they are not preempting what might happen next. Because this is only one of a few figures that you may know, when you get to this point, there's the common danger that the lady might try and do the ocho because we know it might happen there. But the key thing to do is wait. Remember that the men think in the future and the ladies think in the present. So ladies, when you get into the cross, you're looking for one of 2 signals. One signal says step backwards and do the basic exit, step side close, and the other signal, which is the turn and the slight flexing of the knees, says that we're going to do the ocho, and this is what you should be looking for. As we mentioned earlier, the lady must have downward pressure in her left arm onto the gentleman's right arm. If this connection is not there, the ocho becomes very difficult to lead, very difficult to follow, and will possibly become very messy. This downward connection enables the man through turning his chest, and this is where the action starts, but the lady feels it through the connection point, which is in the arm. So if the arm isn't there, she won't necessarily feel the lead. So by the man rotating his chest, the lady feels the connection in the right arm, so we can lead her to move, we can lead her to turn, we can lead her to move, and we can lead her to turn. So ladies, do make sure that this connection is down on the man's right arm. In order to lead this figure, the gentleman not only rotates his chest, but he also has a slight flexing of the knee. By doing this, it leads the lady to uncross her feet and puts her in a position where the next step will be outside partner. As the lady steps forward outside partner and the gentleman steps diagonally back, we then rotate the chest again, keeping the knees nice and flexed. We then lead the lady forward, again keeping the knees flexed, and we turn our bodies to face each other so we're in a closed position, and then we continue with steps 6, 7 and 8.